Hello traders, Kozavidya coming to you from theclosingprint.com, Sunday, July 6, 2025. In this edition of your weekend video newsletter, we'll discuss the indices closing at all-time highs. Overall, the markets have been bullish for the past 2 weeks, so wouldn't be surprised to see a little consolidation to start Monday trading. That leaves us with 15 bullish indicators, 3 neutral and 2 bearish. Keep in mind we've been up 2 weeks straight, so wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a fade to start the week. The S&P closed at all-time highs again last week at 62.79, 30% from the April 7th low. RSI is showing muscle with MACD bullish and stochastics embedded. The Qs also made new highs, closing at 556.22 along its bullish 9 EMA with the 5200-day cross 3 weeks ago. The Qs continue to march higher. MACD is bullish and stochastics turning back up, with the Qs also higher for a second week, so would be surprised to see some consolidation to start the week. With the IWM small caps most shorted in the past few years, we do see IWM above a bullish 10 EMA, headed back up to the highs of 2024, with potential for follow-through this week if we can manage to get the 10-year yield to back off from the recent pop. VIX also moved a bit lower last week, lending to a bullish trend. Junk bonds also bounced right at the 9 EMA, supporting the strength of the trend that we've seen over the last 2 weeks, with the 21 and 50-day both moving higher, giving us a bullish signal to start trading on Monday. Breadth is also bullish, with the S&P 500, mid-caps, small caps, and NASDAQ in descending order, all rising. If we do see a push beyond plus 30%, that would indicate that there is a possibility of some consolidation and a pullback in the short term. In addition, the New York Stock Exchange McClellan Volume Oscillator also moved higher for a second week, giving us a bullish signal into Friday. We also saw the New York Stock Exchange new highs minus new lows surging higher, with the advanced decline also making new highs, and the New York Stock Exchange Elder Impulse with 10 consecutive green candles up to these new all-time highs. Sectors are all showing strength, with financials following through, along with industrials showing strength. Consumer staples closing right near resistance at 82.50, while retail and discretionary continued higher. This has given us a bullish signal on the consumer discretionary versus consumer staples cycle, turning bullish about 4 weeks ago, continuing with an uptrend with momentum turning, indicating a strong bullish trend. Small cap sectors also reversed and moved higher last week, with consumer staples back above its 10 EMA weekly, consumer discretionary in a bullish trend, breaking out of a 7-week consolidation, small cap energy remaining above its bullish 10 EMA, small cap financials also 2 weeks higher, breaking out of a short consolidation, healthcare the only laggard, closing below its 10 EMA weekly but trying to produce a higher low and higher high. Small cap industrials 2 weeks straight up, breaking out of a 7-week consolidation and following its bullish 10 EMA. Materials also strong. Information technology and small cap utilities giving us bullish signals to start the week. IBD 50 looking very strong with with most stocks above a bullish 20 and 50-day moving average, with the majority of IBD 50 looking very strong. ATAT, Celestica breaking out a 4-day range, Axon moving back above its 20-day moving average, Comfort Systems moving back above last week's high, 20 and 50-day very bullish, Cloudflare trending along its bullish 20 EMA, Coinbase consolidating right at the $350 level, with Bitcoin making new highs last week. CoreWeave looking for a base back above the 20-day moving average. CrowdStrike and the security stocks also looking very strong. Dave breaking out of a 3-day flag, pushing higher. Doximity also looking very strong, looking for this one to break out above 65 this week. With Jabil showing strength over the last 3 weeks, continuing this trend higher. And many of the semiconductors like KLAC trending above its 20-day moving average. Life 360 looking for a breakout this week. Netflix and Nvidia both still in play, looking for a follow-through if the indices can manage another high this week. Quanta Systems, Power, PWR also breaking out to new highs, with Robinhood, Roadblocks, and Rocket Labs all basing out above the 20-day moving average, looking for a break higher. Rubrik holding the 50-day moving average, look for this to jump back above the 95 level. Shopify also new, looking for a follow-through this week, trending above its 9 EMA. SoFi very strong last week, breaking out of a 3-day flag on Friday. 9, 21, 50, and 200-day moving averages all pointing up and to the right, very bullish, showing institutions have been active in the previous 2 weeks. MACD and stochastics rising, and RSI showing muscle. Symbotic surging to new highs on Thursday and Friday. Taiwan Semiconductor, another possible setup for the week ahead, looking for this trend to continue, especially if semiconductors are strong this week. Volume needs to pick up a little bit, but MACD and stochastics are bullish along with RSI muscle. Zscaler, along with many of the security stocks, looking very strong, with Zscaler squeezing, looking for a break above 320 in the short term. Overall, the IBD 50 look very strong. Look for these to continue, with particular interest in some of the financials, semiconductors, technology, industrials, consumer staples, and retail stocks, as we look for a third week higher in the S&P 500. Okay, traders, that's going to do it for me. This is Cousin Vinny coming to you from theclosingprint.com, July the 6th, 2025. I apologize for the quality of the audio because I left my high-quality mic at home. My son and I are currently visiting Washington, D.C., and will return to the office on Monday morning. I'll send out the watch list midday before we start our journey back to Myrtle Beach. I hope that everyone has a great weekend. What's left of it, take care, and we'll see you in the morning. Ciao.